This is Drew Tucker here with Infinite Property Solutions. Me and LJ have already dug out the hole. We've got a sewer problem. The tree root's been getting in the line, busted up where the cast iron connects to the PVC, the S&D thin wall PVC. So we went down to the plumbing supply house and got us some S&D 4-inch pipe here. We got a couple couplings, and we got a clean out both ways, a clean out tee. We got a no hub coupling to connect the PVC to the cast iron. It's 4-inch PVC to 3-inch cast iron. They didn't happen to have a clean out plug, but we've got the old one here. We can clean it up. We'll be able to reuse that one. We got some basic hand tools here to dig. We got the bigger shovels we use to dig up the hole, but this kind of helps you with your finishing work. We got a sawzall to cut the pipe anywhere that it can fit, and a hacksaw anywhere you can't, where you can't use the power tools. We've got basic PVC primer and glue here, a tape measure, Sharpie to mark your cuts, a screwdriver to tighten up the no hub coupling, and then a tool in case sometimes your glue gets kind of stuck, so you got to use a tool to get that off. But that's what we're going to take to get started on this job. So here in a minute we'll show you what that looks like. How's it going here? Here we got us a hole in the sewer coming out the house. We got another hole up here where it's connected to the cast iron. You can see a 3-inch cast iron coming out of the house into 4-inch S&D pipe. That's sewer and drain pipe. This is the clean out stack connected right here, and it's fell down on this coupling right here. You can see the pipe is busted out. Sewer's leaking out the house, and tree roots growing into it, causing problems, stopping up the drain. The customers having to call once a year and have us come out and clean it out. So we're just gonna fix it right this time. So we're gonna come down here and get beyond this hole. I'm just improvising something here so I can get a straight line around this pipe. I'm just gonna cut it off right here beyond this cutout. I don't want to go too far down here because we don't want to dig the hole any further than we have to. We just want to get beyond the problem. We're going to cut that out, and then we'll remove this fitting, and we'll slide a new one in there. So we'll be back here in a minute. All right, so we're going to start out with the sawzall here. We're going to try to cut out right here, and then if that doesn't work, we'll move down to the hacksaw. So when we get done here in a second, we'll be back and we'll show you what it looks like when it's taken out. All right, now that that's cut out, now we can just take this here pipe, remove it. As you can see where it's broken here at the top, got the hole in it on this end. Just throw that out to the side. Now we're gonna slide our coupling here on the end of this pipe. We're gonna clean it up a little bit, dig some of the dirt up, slide our coupling on this end, and then we'll build the pipe back and reconnect it down here to the cast iron. So we'll be back here in a minute, show you what that looks like. All right guys, we're back here. As you can see, we just removed the pipe you saw in the previous video. So now we've basically got it where we can, we cut this old bushing off here. That's what they had for the, they had this slid into the PVC and it slid over the cast iron end. We're gonna throw that out. Now we're gonna just take a rag here, and we'll get some general purpose cleaner, and we're just going to clean out around the edges of our pipe so we can get that ready to prime. And then same thing down here on the cast iron. We're just going to take a 5-in-1 tool and kind of scrape off some of the old dirt and mud, and then we'll take a tape measure and we're going to measure this out right here, and then we're going to use our supplies back here that we got to build us to build the pipe, and we'll put it back in, and then we'll come back and show you what that looks like.
All right, and now we're back. As you can see, Drew's down there cleaning that pipe up, ready to put some, what was that called, Drew?
PVC primer.
PVC primer, and then we're gonna put the pipe build on there.
All right, as you can see, we've got this nice and clean here, so the primer will bond to it. We want to have a nice good connection here. We don't want any ability for it to break loose again on this cast iron. If you can see this, I don't know if LJ's the light good enough to be able to see down in here.
Yeah, we can see it, Drew.
Okay, you can see this black part. We want everything to look like that. You can see there's some junk stuck up on here. So we're gonna use this scraper tool and some other things here to just clean the edge of this pipe off. So when we put this no hub coupling on it, here on it, we want it to have a nice smooth surface to bond to, so whenever we tighten it up, it's not leaking around because it's all deformed. So we're gonna get that scraped off, and then we'll come back and show you what it looks like, put it together. All right, so when we were cleaning it, we discovered that there was a bust right here in the cast iron. See how it's not, it's all jagged right here. And so what we're actually gonna do is, instead of cleaning this off, we've already got it clean back here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it off flush where the back of that cut is right there where it's broken. So we're just gonna take a heavy duty cast iron Sawzall blade. We're gonna put it in our Sawzall, we're gonna make a mark on the pipe, and we're gonna chop that off and make it flush. So. All right, so we've got this cut off and clean. We've got this one cleaned up, the edge nice and clean. So now we've got 26th and 1/8 of an inch, maybe a hair over. We're gonna have a little play with that no hub coupling. So we're gonna build a pipe with a clean out stack that fits right here. And then we'll come back and put it in. Once it's built, we'll show you what it looks like to build it, and then we'll show you what it looks like to put it in. All right, so when we were in the hole, we measured, was it 26 and 1/8, LJ?
Yeah, sounds right.
We measured 26 and 1/8. So we could just, we need 26 and 1/8 to fill the gap between the pipe and the pipe, but we've got all these fittings that we've got to put in. So basically, you've got a coupling that we're gonna have to put on here with a pipe between the clean out. We've got a double direction clean out. As I said last time, the customer had a clean out that went out to the end of the house, which is pretty standard. But the problem they were having forced them to hire a plumber every year to come in and try to run the clean out this year and this way, and made it extra difficult to try to get the auger down there to clean this into the drain out, because this is where the problem was down here at this break. So what we've done is we're gonna fix it right, and they'll probably never have to again, but we've gone ahead and put a double direction clean out in it so that they could go either way, no matter what. If they needed to clean it out, if there was a problem under the house, it'll save them from having to dig this back up. So we're gonna put this clean out in here, and then we're gonna have to put a pipe back on in between this pipe. This no hub coupling is gonna go right on this end, and we actually don't need that coupling. So we're gonna have to basically take our measurements as a whole, and then do some subtraction between the collars, because the pipe slides into the collar. It's about 1 3/4 inches. So we'll take the measurement of our overall fitting, and we'll subtract 1 3/4 inches times 2. Same thing on this side, we'll subtract it times 1, and then over here we'll do the same thing times 1 on this side, and then we'll leave the pipe sections that go between to make our overall length of 26 and 1/8 inches. So we're gonna build this, and then we'll show you what it looks like when we're done.
Okay, here we are. Drew is priming the PVC pipe.
Put primer on both the fitting and the pipe. Same thing with the glue. Make sure you got good coverage. Be generous with this stuff.
Very liberal.
Take it, slide it on, and just hold pressure. Just turn it, it gets rid of any air in there.
All right, so as you can see here, Drew is putting the primer and the glue here on the other side of the pipe. He's made all of his cuts here, and we're looking good. We're well on our way to make our cutoff dime.
All right, now as you can see, we've got the repair section. This is the section we built. The coupling starting right here. We got the two-way clean out, and then we've got the pipe that goes into this no hub coupling here. It's a 4-inch to 3-inch. The 3-inch coming out of the house falls into the 4-inch and goes on out down the drain. And this hub coupling's nice and tight. There's no leaks or spots for tree roots to get in. We've repaired the second hole back here. It's nice and secure. So now we're just gonna put a 4-inch pipe right here with a clean out plug on top. So if the plumber ever needs to get in and clean the line out, he can shoot it either way. So we're gonna go build that piece, and then this project will be done. We'll throw some dirt on it and call it a night. All right, to build the stack for this clean out plug. You put this clean out plug up here, and then you're able to unscrew this and access the clean out. We got to measure this basically right here into the surface level. It looks like I have about 24 inches. You don't want your clean out to be sticking out of the top, because if it's sticking out above ground level, you'll run over it with the lawnmower. The clean out plug get cut off all the time, and then you'll be trying to replace them all the time or dumping dirt down in your sewer line. So we're gonna measure about 20 inches up, put this clean out right below the surface level, so when we cover this up with dirt, it's gonna be just hidden right there. The plumber will be able to come out here and locate it and dig it up, and then clean out, do whatever he needs to do. And it won't be ugly sticking up in your yard. So we're gonna build that right now. All right, guys, so here we are. We built the stack. We just glued it in right down there. We got the clean out plug up here. It's gonna be below the ground level like we talked about in the last video. As you can see, everything's put together. We're gonna now take some of our dirt piles here and get them below that pipe. We're just gonna dump some dirt down in here and then pack it on under the pipe. That way that the pipe has some support, so when the pressure from the top doesn't put pressure on this no hub coupling right here and cause it to bust out. So that's it for this job. We're gonna cover it up and get on out of here, and thanks for watching. Have a good day.